Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Odyssey podcast with your girl, Word Justice. Yes, I am back with this Monday news, guys. Yeah, I'm always going to come back and give breaking news because shit is obviously always getting real out here in these streets, as we may know. Um, I don't know if anybody has heard what's been taking place, but before I even dive in, I would like you guys who's going to come in to take the time out to please subscribe, hit the up like button and notification bell so every time that I go live, you will be notified. And you guys may hear a little background because I do have my co-host Sorry, and then my little nephew will be coming up soon too, so you'll probably hear a little background noise. But I'm still gonna come in to tell you guys what's been going on. Um, Obviously it's not in my area, but if you guys or any of your family members may live in Tennessee, Chattanooga, or Philadelphia, as you guys know, I reported on the mass shooting that took place up in Buffalo, um, and just everything that's been happening along with the mass shooting that happened inside the school. Um, Approximately 22 hours ago, it had another mass shooting that took place out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, leaving 3 killed and 14 injured. I'm going to give you a little back end. The three people were killed and at least 14 others were injured after gunshots rang out in Chattanooga, Tennessee, early Sunday, with some victims struck by bullets and others by fleeing vehicles, according to the local police over there in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Police responded to reports of a shooting at a nightclub just before 2:45 a.m. Jeremy Ames, a spokesperson for Chattanooga's police department, told CNN officers found multiple victims when they arrived and began rendering medical aid. In all, 14 victims were shot while three others were hit by vehicles attempting to flee the scene. Hit, sorry, Attempting to flee the scene. Ames said among the three deaths, two stem from gunshot wounds, and one stemmed from injuries sustained after the victim was struck by a vehicle, he said. Police believe multiple shooters using several types of firearms were involved. No suspects are in custody, and police have yet to identify any potential suspects or victims. Guys, give me one moment. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yes. Police believe multiple shooters using several types of firearms were involved. No suspects are in custody, and police have yet to identify any potential suspects or victims. A motive for the shooting is unclear, but authorities believe the shooting was an isolated incident in which one or more of the victims were targeted. The shootings came the shootings come as the nation is on edge following back to back high profile shootings, including those at a supermarket in Buffalo, like I told you guys before, in New York, the elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, and the hospital shooting that took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's also the second major shooting in Chattanooga in as many weekends. Last Saturday night, 6 people were shot following an altercation between two groups. Downtown police said at the time no victims died, though. Two were critically injured. In a news conference Sunday, the mayor, Tim Kelly, expressed frustration, telling reporters, I'm tired of standing in front of you talking about guns and bodies. And I know how he feels about that. There have been 12 mass shootings in the country since Friday, according to the Gun Violence Archives, including in Philadelphia, where at least 3 people were killed and 11 others wounded by multiple shooters who opened fire Saturday night. The surge in gun violence that weave across the nation and Philadelphia makes me not just, I mean, for me, it makes me heartbroken. It makes me angry because it's a lot of innocent lives that's just being taken. Um, for me, for those of you who do live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, or may have family members that probably reside in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Um, we see uproar over there with the gun violence. I mean, it's happening everywhere, including Philadelphia, um, New York City, as you guys know. And it's just like I said before, I really don't know what's in the water, even in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I just don't know what's in the water, but it's definitely sending a lot of people to do crazy shit. And that's why I'm assuming to myself that it has to be some type of demonic entities entering people's body. Good morning, boss baby. So, yes, I definitely will be back to tell you guys more information on what's been taking place regarding the mass shooting that took place in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And if they apprehend anybody, I will come back with that update. But as of right now, is no suspects in custody. I also wanted to give you guys an update that took place. Regarding uh, Master P's daughter. Master P's daughter, I got an update stating that it was a fatal overdose. Yes, uh, she was hanging out, I'm guessing, from what the details that I received, and she ended up um, overdosing on the drug that she was taking, which happened to be fatal. And so at this point, that's what has happened to Master P's daughter. Um, and it's saddened to even hear that. But like I had told you guys before, 9 times out of 10, if it's not some type of car accident or a fire, it's definitely most likely probably, this way, drug overdose or suicide. And so that was the update with that. I will be coming back around. Like I said, I wasn't trying to come in and stay for a long period of time because, as you can see, I do have my co-host that sits in the back and she's talking with me, y'all. She's talking. You hear that, right? So I would love to stay a little bit longer, but I will be back to discuss other things that's happening. Also the case of monkeypox that is found right now in New Jersey. Not I'm sorry, about to say New Jersey, DC. It has been said that someone has contracted the monkeypox in Washington D.C. I will come back on that because I really want to get you guys' opinion on what you feel now that we just got over what they consider to be the coronavirus and going through this whole pandemic to now it has something else surging itself, which is crazy to me, monkeypox. And I also will be discussing to let mothers know out here to be very mindful of buying formulas. It doesn't matter at this point where you're buying your formula at, but due to the shortages that has taken place with baby formula, and now them putting it back on the market, I came across a headline that a mother uh, went to the regular Walmart, purchased a can of milk, and when she came home to prepare the bottle for her child, she realized the difference in smell and texture. And she continued to examine a little bit more, um, and realized that some of the formula, it was not all formula, it was flour. So half was formula, and then the bottom half of the milk was flour. So we got to be mindful because, with the shortages, they're coming with all of that. Now, that could have caused her baby some serious internal injuries, her not realizing that, guess what? I'm feeding my child flour, but as we know, when flour touches water, what happens? It gets gooey. I'm going to be back with that situation to discuss with you guys. Also, to talk about other alternatives that can be used for our children, even if your child may not can't drink milk base. Like my daughter, she can't do milk base. So I have to be very aware of what I'm giving her because she has allergic reaction to milk. But even the milk that we're purchasing, we definitely have to be mindful and aware of it because it can badly affect our children, including fatality. For those of you who are not familiar with melatonin for babies, that is also something that will soon be taken off the market because it is no good. It has claimed three children's lives. It's something in the melatonin that causes almost like a seizure act reaction in the brain while the child is asleep, which then causes the fatality of the child. So if you are, stressed and you're like, or you got to take your child somewhere, get on a plane, and you're nervous about it because they may be uneasy, and you figure like, oh, okay, let me go to the store and buy some melatonin and give to your child. Think again, it's about to be taken off the market. It's no good. Like I said, I would like to stay a little bit longer, but I will definitely be back. And those are the updates as far as when I do come back, what we will be speaking about. Um, I'm going to definitely try to come back within the next hour or two, just to go dive a little bit deeper into all the topics that I just spoke about, because I think it's very, very vital that as mothers, that have new babies, that we understand what's happening and what they're doing as far as when it comes down to our children's formula. We should not have to walk into or Walmart and purchase formula that's no good for our children, or buy melatonin that then, causes the fatality of a child. Please take the time out to subscribe, hit the up like button and notification bell. And like I said, it's your girl Word Justice. I will definitely be back. I will be back to go deeper and talk about also, like I said, the mass shootings that's definitely been happening quite frequently. And I have my thoughts on that and the monkeypox show. So I'll be back. I will definitely be back. And you hear my co-host because she over here talking, y'all. She ain't even. You would think she's talking. If she had a mouth, she will be in here going in with me right now. But now I'll be right back within the next hour or two. So I hope you guys will come and check me out. And for those of you who will view the video later on, like I said, take the time out to subscribe, hit the up like button, notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, y'all. You feel me? It is Monday News with your girl Word Justice, and I will be back to give more in-depth details and have a conversation. And I hope to see a few people in the building. You guys have a good day.